Are you a Helldiver that struggles to be successful at commando operations? Level 150 general that dives again into the heart of tyranny against the oppression of machines, but doesn't know how to quite well navigate through commando missions? Well, today, I'm going to take you through the training grounds of how to become the most elite Helldiver, the best of the best, and against of all odds when it comes to no support, no stratagem help in commando operations. I'm Commander Hawk, and I will be your Special Operations Tactical Training Officer to help you become the most successful commando diver against the clankers. Let's dive into it. So the first few things that we're going to start off with is our equipment, and then what kind of missions that commando operations contain. So there are 5 armor sets that will help you stay stealthy within these missions, because commando missions are all strictly about stealth. Now, these 5 pieces of armor that I'm going to show you right now is going to be the RS-89 Shadow, which is the one I'm wearing right now, the Infiltrator, the Trailblazer Scout, the Combat Technician, and last but not least, my favorite, the Null Cipher. Now, there is a difference between the 3 and the 2. The 2 I'm talking about is the Null Cipher, which is right here, the one that I'm wearing, and as well as the Shadow Paragon. These 2 armor sets will be found in the Redacted Regiment War Bond, which I highly recommend because that War Bond is strictly made just for commando missions. Of course, you can use them in any other missions, of course, but that one has a designated type for that mission. Other armors that will help you as well are the ones, just as I said, the Combat Technician, the Infiltrator, and the Trailblazer Scout. Now, the 3 that I just mentioned now will be found in the Helldiver Mobilize, the very first War Bond, the ones that you unlock when you first start the game. The difference between the ones from the Helldivers Mobilize and the Redacted Regiment is that this armor right here has the same stats as this one and the Combat Technician, which is the armor passive of Scout, which markers will be placed on the map radar for every 2 seconds of scans, and also that reduces the range at which enemies can detect you by 30%. So this one right here, like the Shadow Paragon, the same as the Null Cipher, have reduced signature, which the wearer makes the wearer 50% less noisy when moving, and also it reduces the range at which enemies can detect by the wearer at 40%. So this one and also the Null Cipher I highly recommend when it comes to staying stealthy. And as for weapons, stealth weapons are a priority to when it comes to commando missions, because if you have a noisy weapon such as the Deadeye, it will not do you good because those bots have really good audio sensors. What you want to do is have something very quiet and stealthy, like the R72 sensor, which can be found inside of the Redacted Regiment package, as well as the AR-59 suppressor, which are both light armor penetrating weapons. For my go-to personally is the sensor because it is a marksman rifle and it can one-shot headshot some devastators, the chainsaw guys, and also the troopers. And also it can one-shot a radical cyborg, and also it can 2 to 3 headshot a agitator. Another really good weapon will be the M7S SMG, which can be found in the Halo collaboration War Bond. There is also an optional to use the exploding crossbow, which also is a silent weapon in itself. It will cause an explosive reaction, but at the same time, from my previous usings of this said weapon, is also pretty darn good. Your sidearms, the P3 Re-Educator, which can be found in the Redacted Regiment, is a really good sidearm. It causes the enemy to forget that you're even there, and it distracts them from what they were originally shooting. It will one-shot original troopers, but it will take a few to take out some other enemies. But be mindful, this only has 2 magazines available to carry. Another really good sidearm to have as well from the Halo bundle is the M6C SOCOM pistol. It is one-handed and is also suppressed as well, so it can also do you a really good job of survival when it comes to those troopers if they come too close. Now, some stratagems I do highly recommend that you can use when it comes to stealth missions such as this is to use weapons that have a high amount of ammunition, such as, for example, my personal go-to every time is going to be the escalator from the Force of Law package. The reason why I choose said weapon is because one, it has 40 rounds of electrified grenades, which can take down a whole group of robots or any other opponent, really. But the reason this is my go-to is because if I'm getting chased by a whole bunch of robots that I do not want to deal with on a such said mission, this will take out a whole horde of them, just like you see in this video right here. If you're also like a run and gun kind of Helldiver, since we do have to be quick with what we do and also extract pretty quickly, two backpacks I do recommend is going to be the Lift 182 Warp Pack and also the 850 Jump Pack as well. Those are good for running and gunning. I also did recall seeing a Helldiver use the spear gun against heavy opponents such as the Hulks. So if you are a precision striker, you can definitely use the spear gun. It also is kind of silenced as well. It doesn't use a really loud noise. You can definitely use that as well. Also, the C4 package, you can find this inside of the Redacted Regiment War Bond. This is a really awesome and fun explosive package to use. So if you do want to get some side missions done, like clearing out all of the enemy bunkers and bases within a commando mission, this is the one to use. And also, the reason I say weapons that have a lot of ammunition is because you will not be able to use or call your super destroyer to come and support you like in a basic mission, because as soon as you get onto the planet, the super destroyer will only be there for 1 minute, so you have 1 minute to call all your stratagems down, their support weapons on all your backpacks, and then after that 1 minute it will leave within that time span. There are 3 different types of commando missions. There are extract intel. The next one is going to be secure the black box. The one last one of the commando mission is acquire evidence. And if you guys are just getting familiar with commando missions and would like to get started, you can find a commando mission within the trivial level and also the easy level as well. So that's a really good place to get in touch and to get started inside of commando missions. Definitely grab some weapons that'll last you long, like infinite ammunition, kind of like the LAS 99 Quasar Cannon, and also the Escalator, which has plenty of shots as well. Another backpack that I did forget to mention that is highly vital is a resupply package. If you use a supply pack within in those missions, your supplies for your team will last a whole lot longer, because you can only call down your supplies once from the beginning of the mission, which I do recommend call supplies at the beginning, and to whenever you really need your super destroyer to come back for an emergency, you can definitely call more supplies there as well. And also, a really good thing to do is to have at least 2. The one teammate will have 1 supply pack, and the second teammate will have 2. So you guys have 8 supply packages, so you guys can last a whole lot longer to whatever mess you guys may get in, because those stims are very valuable.
Dropping a pin.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 1 minute. Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown. Sub-objective near your location. Mission is progressing.
Get some! Get some!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You have proven beyond doubt the mettle of the Helldivers.
And that is how you run a very successful Commandos mission. That difficulty was pretty sure on Helldive. Can't remember because of my darn ADHD. But I hope you guys found this helpful. Be sure to drop a like and give a good comment for the morning. Have a good afternoon. And may democracy have protection around you and your squad. This is Commander Hawk. You are dismissed.
I knew you had it in you.